But anyways, brother, happy birthday. Happy birthday
Thank you.
to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to
Louder.
you.
Louder. Come on.
Louder.
Come on.
We're here for your birthday, dog. We're here for your birthday.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
No, for sure, But I
Appreciate
had
you,
to
bro.
obviously get you on today because I was like, yo, it's the homie's birthday.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, there's no one else I'd rather do this show with than the brother, the homie, longtime friend.
Brother.
But man, and anything you do today? Anything, what you do today, man?
It was chill, bro. I just relaxed. I went to the gym today, bro. I got my shirt, you know what I'm saying? The one I created this, bro. You know what I mean?
Talk about that though.
Yeah, let me stand up for everybody real quick. Hold on.
There you go.
Customize yourself. We got the World Series. 3 years, you know what I'm saying? The 2026 is the most recent. All these numbers right here are retired players, jersey numbers hanging at Wrigley. And then I got the next two that are going to be retired on the bottom, Sosa and Rizzo, baby.
Nice.
So, one of one. Only one. You feel me? One of one, baby. I just need some autographs on this and we can sell it for 50 G's. You know what I mean? I need P-Crow.
Let's go.
P-Crow, where you at, my guy? Where you at?
Let's go.
Thank you, Monkey.
Monkey. Remember when
Monkey.
Ross kept calling 50 Cent that?
Yeah.
Monkey.
50 Cent, you're a monkey. Eminem, you're a hunky.
Oh.
Yeah, good time.
That was great, though. That was great. But yeah, happy birthday, brother, obviously.
Thank you.
And because of that, I was like, we gotta talk what we always talk about, what we love to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And that's sports talk. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? For those who don't know, the Pinzone, he's got his own channel. Please go support it. It's sports all day, every day. And I'm talking about the latest and almost anything and everything and your mama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
it's true. It's true. So, check it out. Check out my channel. I bet you find your mama there. 100%.
You'll find her in the comments.
It's true.
You find her there. If you've been wondering where she's been at, that's where she's been.
She in the comment section having a good time, man. We just vibing out. You know what I mean? Just vibing out over here.
But yeah, brother, look, obviously, I on your channel so far, I know you've talked about like the latest Bears trades.
Yeah.
Anything interesting happening there that you think that's talkable or anything new since?
No, there's a couple like little roster moves that really don't matter, that really doesn't need a discussion about.
Okay.
We're talking about third stringers going to different teams. Nothing like practice squad players going on a different practice squad. Like nothing major. It's pretty much just prepping for the draft. That's all we're doing right now in Chicago. They're preparing for the draft. Their focus is going to be the interior defensive line and a rush end. And they got to draft a safety as well, too. They're pretty much set on linebacker. They're most likely not going to draft a linebacker. But a surprise thing, you may see them draft a center in the draft. So that's going to they've been to a couple scoutings in Kansas and Kansas State. Also in Iowa. They've scouted all three of those centers.
Wow.
So that could be a nice like third, fourth rounder. As long as they don't give up, as long as they don't draft them in like the first or second round, I'm cool with it.
Right, exactly.
The first 3 picks should be defense. Like
it really should be.
It really should be.
I hope that's the plan.
It has to be.
I was gonna say, we should probably just actually nip this in the bud already, because anybody who watched our stream last time, we kind of went crazy on our WBC predictions.
Oh snap! Yeah, we did.
Classic predictions. Slightly off.
Oh, what else is new? Prediction game. I'm just going to every time I predict something, just bet the opposite. You probably yeah, but Italy played well. They beat Puerto Rico, and Yeah, and then USA
Venezuela beating Japan was a shocker to me, to be honest.
and beating the United States.
And beating the United
I
States.
think that it was the first time they ever won.
Yeah.
Kudos to them. Again, another big game. Another Aaron Judge lost posters picked up in everywhere in the arena. Like, where do you go? Like,
yeah.
It's what he does every playoffs, every year. Anytime the games are important games, Aaron Judge, 3 strikeouts, 0 for 4. Like, it's just
sad.
It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look. He could be the greatest player of all time that is not clutch.
Right.
In baseball. Listen to what I said. He could be the greatest of all time. That's not clutch. Right? Like averaging 60 homers a year, but
right.
your ER or your batting average is less than 230 in the postseason. Right. I'm giving you a little grace when I say 230. I could go lower. So I'm giving you some grace just because of them home runs.
Right.
But yeah, he was another no-show, bro. No so.
I mean, listen, I also saw something, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw that the White Sox are picking up some players from the Italy squad. Did you see that? Is there any truth to that?
They had one player that was already on the White Sox. It's one of the pitchers. I don't know the name. I don't know the Sox like that. So I can see that happening, but I don't know anything. I don't do research on on Sox. I can't
test. That was a test.
Let it be
testing the water.
Yeah, I know there's a player in Italy that's a pitcher on the Sox.
Hey, and again, shout out to Italy, dude. Shout out to Italy. They did their thing, man.
Yeah, they were great.
I mean, again, they beat the United States. You know, they were 4-0 going into the tournament.
Yeah,
they beat Puerto Rico.
They beat them until the last 2 innings. Puerto Rico got some life in them, but it was a beatdown.
It was it. Yeah, it was too hard to come back, I guess.
Yeah.
But and I ain't gonna lie, even those last innings when they came up, I was like, you know,
there's a chance. Yeah.
There's a chance, and you know, it is what it is. But it's like I said on the phone that day. Remember, you called me that day.
Yeah.
You're like, "Are you watching?" No, you text me first. I think you're like, "Are you watching this?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I called you. I'm like, "What am I supposed to be watching here?"
Yeah.
You know, and I totally forgot the game. But you know,
I was like, "You're not a real fan." God dang! What do you mean? What am I supposed to be watching? Aren't you Puerto Rican?
Bro, I mean, I probably would have watched it if it wasn't for the fact that I had to be at the wedding.
Yeah.
Which again, congrats to Brian and Kalissa on their wedding. But
happy anniversary.
But yeah, I was obviously once you told me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So like I was one of those guys at an event, but like on my phone. You know,
peeping the game.
Yeah.
Peeping the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
You know, so sure enough, though, when I saw that they were coming up, I'm like, oh, maybe there's a chance. But I was still happy because, like I said, when on that phone call, is that I just don't want us to get whooped as bad as it was looking initially in those, you know, first innings, you know, or pretty much throughout the whole game. You know, that was my main concern. I was like, I just do not want to lose that badly. So at least they did that, but again, Italy, they came up with their W. Again, I was shocked.
A loss to me, regardless. I'm pissed.
Yeah, true. But you know, it's still
you showed some heart at the end, but it was too late. Like baseball, you down 6 runs in a win or go home game.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
It's gonna be hard to come back from that, bro. It's almost
but you know, and that's baseball. That's how hard baseball is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, you can then go to we could talk. Obviously, you know, football and basketball where it's kind of different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the possession of the ball is a quicker, I guess. Actually, no, that's actually kind of hard to determine also for football. But I guess once you've seen games like the Bears last season, Patriots in the playoff and the Super Bowl, where it's like, but you've seen some crazy comebacks in football, you know?
Yeah. Baseball's completely different.
But baseball's just different. It's a different
like
that.
NBA, it's a game of runs. Like you could be down 20 and still have a good chance of winning. You know what I mean? It's a game of runs. With baseball, if you start slow and the team scores 3 runs in the first inning, it is so hard to get on your feet after that. Like, and that's why it's rare to get those wins. Like, You can't go down early.
Some have happened. Some have happened. It's not to say that there haven't been comeback wins.
No, there has been.
There has been,
and
but
they've been glorious. Yeah,
that's
why I love.
real
That's
glorious.
why I love baseball.
Yes,
it's just really hard to do. You don't see it often. You don't. It's happened. You don't see it often, bro.
Now, maybe this. I saw this too, and maybe this is another scenario like the Sox. But I saw the Cubs also have a. I don't know if it was the pitcher for Venezuela or the pitcher for.
He's our closer.
Right. Okay.
He's our closer.
Right. So he was from the Cubs. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, oh damn! I didn't know he was a Cubs.
Yeah, he was our closer last year, sort of until the playoffs. Then he wasn't the closer anymore. I think that was bad pitching because I would have put Palencia at closer last year for the Cubs in the playoffs because he did it all year, and then all of a sudden he's not that he's coming in the fifth inning. Like, what are we doing? And you can't do that when it comes to pitching. Pitching's all about routine. Right? You need to have the same routine every single day. All right, and when you switch that up, it's not like getting it out in the fifth inning and getting it out in the ninth inning are two different beasts. All right. Way like the beasts. It's not even, there's no comparison. You know what I mean?
Right.
Having bases loaded in the third inning with one out. It feels a little different if that third inning said ninth inning. You know what I mean? Even if it's a 1-run game, you got bases loaded. So you know, and Palencia, he's starting to show that he got that dog in him, and so they're gonna give him a chance to be our closer this year. And I won't be surprised if they if they trade for another big time closer. But Palencia is gonna have all the opportunities to be the closer come October this year.
Rightfully so. Again, his performance in the WBC was pretty amazing.
A fireball, bro. Just passionate, bro.
Yeah,
all the time.
So that's good. That would be good to see. What's last time we were here, we were talking about the Spurs winning it all.
Yeah.
Right. And my position on that is in agreement. It still hasn't changed. I just don't see anybody competing.
There's one team that could compete in my eyes.
What's that team?
Boston. If healthy.
And that's the big thing. It's if healthy, and that's a big thing. It's like,
I'm worried about Tatum, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I see him playing, I'm like, I'm so happy he's back on the court so quickly.
Right.
But it kind of feels too quick. Like, if he ruptures it again,
right,
we're talking about career ender now. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no coming back from that. You know what I mean? Like, he's proven, and a lot of players behind him has proven they could get back to form like KD did.
Right.
But if it happens again on the same leg because you came early, I do not wish that. You know what I'm saying? I rebuke it. Because I like Tatum, bro. I think he's a great dude and he can ball, bro. But if he's healthy 100% by playoff time, it's gonna be hard to knock out Boston, bro. But I feel like it's a game of matchups. Like Wemby, I think they beat the Pistons in 5, maybe 6 games.
Right.
Boston, on the other hand, that's gonna be tough, and the Thunder's gonna be tough, right? Like the Thunder still, top dogs. Stop there. Hey, at the end of the day, it runs through OKC. The playoffs gonna run through OKC, but I'm telling you right now, playoff Wemby is approaching, bro. And I don't know who's gonna. I don't know anyone who's gonna stop him, bro.
That's the question, right? That's the question. Who's stopping him though? You know what I mean? Nobody. You can't. Like right now,
himself.
He can stop himself.
They try to put Chet. OKC, they try to put Chet on Wemby. Dissected him. There was nothing, and he's probably the best matchup for Wemby.
Right.
But there's no compare. There's no.
But still,
it's not even competitive. Like Wemby's just him, bro. He's different.
It's his size, his ability.
Yep.
It's everything.
He's athletic. For 7'5", he's athletic. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say his ability.
Bro.
It's insane at his size. It's unheard of until now.
The Spurs are coming, and it's not just Wemby. And I said this.
True. Yeah.
That young core found their identity.
Yes.
And these guys are balling.
Yes.
They found the Spurs way, and they found where they need to be at. Yeah. And they're perfecting it as we speak, bro. So the Spurs are gonna be. That's gonna be a tough out, bro. I feel like they're winning it all, though. That's I'm gonna stay on my pick there.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And again, my opinion, I'm seeing, I can see the Celtics and the Spurs at the end, but even then, and I'm a Boston fan, but man, I just it's that Spurs team, dog. It's just
Yeah.
nasty right now. They're
They're
balling.
young, they're fast, they're
Yeah,
deep, bro. And
yeah.
you got the best player in the world. I'll say it now. Who's better than Wemby? Like, for real,
I got
like
no answer for you. I mean, there's
who's
some good
like
players out there for sure, but better than Wemby at the moment that can
Shea
stop Wemby. Like,
Alexander, you
who's
know what I'm
there?
saying? Like Gilchrist, he's the MVP. He's dominating the league right now. Is he better
Right?
than Wemby though? I don't. Let them go one on one. Who's gonna win? You feel me?
Yeah,
Like who's
yeah,
gonna win
yeah.
that one? He's a cheat
And
code.
but it's like you said too. It's that entire squad. It's their gameplay. You know, it's almost like we're watching that old Spurs team. You know,
Yeah.
when you had Duncan,
Yeah.
Ginobili,
Parker,
right?
Bowen,
Yes, yes. That squad, they just the way they would play and move,
yeah,
unstoppable. You know, like it was hard to stop them.
they're back at it.
But it's like that on steroids, though.
Yeah,
That's the crazy part. It's that, but
they're
on
more
steroids.
athletic. They're not boring a wall. You remember they used to put Spurs are boring a wall.
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to hate it when
would
people say that, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the casual is gonna think that's boring. I'm like, these guys are fundamentally sound though. Like
technical,
the passing
yeah,
game
yeah,
is
yes,
pitch perfect, bro. They
yes,
never make mistakes. They don't turn the
yes,
ball over, and they
right,
make their shots when they need to make it, and they find the open guy. Like
yeah, yeah,
everyone contributed, and then you got someone like Tim Duncan who could just do whatever he
yeah.
wants.
Jesus.
It was a fun time. So I hate it when people used to say,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Spurs are boring. Like, what you mean they
To
boring, bro?
me,
Like, they're not the
fundamentals
Showtime Lakers,
unlocked.
but they're
Right.
showing something different. And a lot of people
Exactly.
don't like the discipline aspect.
Right.
Pure discipline, bro. They're not
What did you look
faster.
at the
They weren't
Lakers though,
stronger.
man?
Hey,
You know what?
9-game winning streak, baby. Like, they balling out. They're winning. They're just winning. I had a whole podcast with my boy Prince.
Okay.
We talked Lakers basketball heavy. We know they're not deep when it comes to their bench. They don't have a bench. The starting five. That's really they're holding it down for the whole team right now. And you can't win a championship like that, unfortunately.
No, definitely.
But they're balling, so I don't think they're gonna like. They should. I mean, the first round matchups are gonna be hard. Like it's anyone from 3 to 6, bro. You got the Lakers.
Yeah.
Then you got Houston, Denver, and Minnesota. They're gonna play one of those teams.
Nasty.
Pick your poison. You know, I don't think they could beat Denver in a 7-game series. I don't think they could beat Houston in a 7-game series. How Houston been playing?
Houston been playing nice too.
But I feel like they could beat Minnesota. It depends on the matchup. They could beat Minnesota. I think Luka dominates Edwards if you put them.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I think their 9-game winning streak, they're not losing. They're playing the right ball that they're supposed to be playing. But let's see how long them 5 starters can hold it down like that, bro, because they ain't got no bench at all. It's tough.
Do you think there's any moves they can make?
There's no more moves.
Trade deadline's over. Yeah, it happened.
Trade deadline's over, bro.
It's over with. That's right.
You could sign a dude on a 10-day contract. Yeah, that's what you got now. So
yeah, that's it.
It is what it is. The best you step up. But I think that's good for you though. Like you're a Boston fan, so
true. Oh no, for sure.
I mean, so you're not 100%. Really tripping on all that stuff.
I am not tripping at all on my side of the fence.
But yeah, I don't think the Lakers are good enough. They don't have the roster to compete for a championship, but they still got a good roster. It reminds me of like the Bulls. It doesn't like the game itself doesn't look the same, but when the Bulls were like always getting like with Ben Gordon and Kurt Heinrich, that Bulls team. When they would make the playoffs, like 48-win seasons, 46. Sometimes we'll get a 50-game season.
Right.
But we would get eliminated by the second round. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel like with this Lakers team is. Yeah. I feel like they're good enough to make the playoffs. They're good enough to win a series depending on the team. And honestly, they can easily beat Denver or the Rockets. Like, all it takes is a couple off games and the series changes. You know what I mean? So
that is all. Yeah, that could happen.
I know that happen. With all these teams, it's just going to be really hard to beat them 4 times, except Minnesota.
Yeah,
but Minnesota got better getting Io, and they've been playing a lot better too with Io DeSumo on their team.
Io DeSumo, right? Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough.
Nah, no, me neither. I asked that because I don't know if you noticed. Not I don't know if you would, but on the the clip that I shared of that talk that we had, on TikTok,
Yeah,
one of my
I saw
buddies
it.
commented that Lakers that they have Lakers. Actually, I don't know if it was TikTok. It might have been Facebook, but
He said he got Lakers and what, like winning it?
yeah.
Oh, you tripping? They don't
Yeah,
have
I
a
was like,
roster.
dude. Yeah.
If they had a bench, I could see that like real
Right.
easily.
Right.
They ain't got no depth.
Yeah.
No depth. Look at their 9-game winning streak and look at all the box scores and look how the bench performed in all those games, bro. Like,
right.
no bench. No,
it's definitely going to be tough for them to actually go all the way with that. It's just no way.
They're not deep enough.
They're not deep enough. They're just not.
They got the stars.
They do.
They don't have the quality though. They don't have the quality.
Yeah. And then obviously, unfortunately, the Bulls are where the Bulls.
I said my last words about the Bulls. You want to bring them up? You say whatever it is. I'm done talking about that.
I just have to get a good laugh out of it because I know how you feel.
Bro, they suck, bro. That's it. The end. They suck. They're buns, bro. Like one of the worst teams I've ever seen. But it's like they just got some people from the YMCA nearby. Right. Hey, come on, man. You don't want to play at the UC? That's how I feel, bro. It's tough.
No, for sure.
When Colin Sexton is your leader, yeah. Oh man, that's brutal. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's brutal. If Colin Sexton is your team leader, bro, like, oh, that's bad, bro. Even the bad teams got better ones than that. Dang, son, Colin Sexton, bro. That's your leader. That's your locker room leader.
Right.
What you gonna win with that? That's why even though they're winning right now.
Oh man,
I think they are winning right now. Yeah, they're up 20 against the Rockets.
Oh damn. Okay.
How much you want to bet they'll blow the lead by the time we're done? How much you want to bet they gonna blow the lead by the time we're done? Watch it work. Just watch it work.
Oh, man, yeah, you're probably right. Let's see. I mean, there's nothing else really to talk about NBA. Let's go ahead and talk about this for a second. Were you able to watch that flag football Fanatics tournament?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of these guys.
They tried.
You
know who was worrying me?
Who?
Joe Burrow. If I was a Bengals fan, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're risking it all in a flag football game, bro. This man's about to tear his ACL.
You know what it was,
He's already injured prone, bro.
It's because they were. I'm gonna tell you, it was funny because it just goes to show that you have to kind of put respect on that Team USA, those players, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Hence why they won against, like, I mean, obviously not fully NFL professional loaded players. Like, obviously you had your odd pickings, like, speed, whatever, or
Logan Paul,
stuff like that, or for whatever reason, Tom Brady decides to draft his, I don't even know what he is, his assistant or something, his employee, weird stuff.
Yeah.
So they were just having fun, obviously. But which I'll be honest, that the draft thing was probably the most fun thing for me.
It was.
They picked the right guys, I think, for the hosting of these things, right? Like, between Drewski, Kevin Hart. It doesn't get more hilarious than that.
Yeah.
So they did a great job, I'd say. I will say, being a Tom Brady fan, I was disappointed that they lost twice.
Yeah, what do you expect? You know what I mean?
I was disappointed in that. I could have. I was okay with them losing to Team USA because, like I said, I was like, you know what? That's what these guys do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it wasn't even just that you lost. It's like how much you guys lost by. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's also the part that was kind of like, damn, hold on, man. Y'all gonna just lose this much? It was rough. It was rough to watch.
Brady's almost 50, bro. And he threw some darts, but at the end of the day, it was,
Yeah, no, for sure.
What happens when you play against people who they do
I
that
mean,
for a
well,
living?
that was I
You know
think
what I
the
mean?
other problem too is like you're switching QBs. You have two QBs. You know,
Bro, Jalen Hurts is so buns, bro. I ain't
dude,
gonna
that's
lie
what
to
I'm
you, bro.
saying.
He's
When you
so
look at, because
buns,
if I'm going to be
bro.
honest with you, that was really like the crazy part about it. Like it was like Brady, he did his thing. Jalen Hurts, on the other hand,
he didn't do nothing. Not much.
you know what I mean?
Couple plays here and there.
His best play was the one when it was with him and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was his best play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of disappointing to just watch them lose to the Wildcats. You know, but you know, if there was any game I wanted them to win, was at least that one. Like, all right, you lose to Team USA, still crazy that you're going to lose 43-16.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're facing the Wildcats, I'm expecting, all right, you know,
what do you
hopefully,
expect though? You know what I mean? Like we got celebrities and ball players that are used to a different type of football, and you're playing against guys who do this. You know what I mean? Like every day they do this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be the result every time, bro.
True.
Every time.
No, and it showed because I mean, USA was undefeated. You know, like they beat the Wildcats, they beat the Founders, and then they beat the Wildcats again in the championship bracket, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was that was expected. I didn't expect that to play out any different than it did.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, maybe it would have been different if it was just all football players versus all flag football players.
Yeah.
Maybe we're sitting like almost maybe a different type of game there, but at the same time, it's not like it was a lot of celebrity. You know, there was a good amount of, you know.
Yeah, but look, you're talking about a team that has the chemistry already. You know what I'm saying? And that's what football's all about.
That's also true.
You know what I mean? Like you could be great, but if you guys aren't in sync, you know, it's gonna look bad. And that's pretty much majority of the time that's what it looked like. It looked rough.
Right.
It looked rough out there. Shout out to Edwin, man. Appreciate you for commenting, G.
And then shout out to the QB for USA too. That Daryl Hush Dawsett III.
Yeah.
Dude, he was nasty out there.
He did his
nasty.
thing, bro.
You know, flag football QB.
That's what he does. Hey, it's what he does.
That's what he does.
He knows the timing of his receivers, the speed of them, how they run the routes. Like that matters in football. All that matters in football.
It matters, and it shows.
That's why rookie quarterbacks struggle in the NFL because they got to get accustomed to everything, the timing, how fast each receiver is, how they run their routes, how they cut. All that stuff matters. That's why, like, a lot of players, they get good later. Like Patrick Mahomes, he didn't play his rookie year. He sat out the whole season to learn this stuff.
Right.
So when he came in, he was ready to go flinging.
Right.
Caleb Williams, he struggled his rookie year, but still had a good year. You know what I mean?
Right.
This year was still a good year. He had his struggles, but he's new to the system. He's new with these receivers. Getting another year in them, you're going to see progress in Chicago, and that's why it went down the way that flag football game went down when it went down. You got a guy who knows his receivers, knows their tendencies. He can run a play without calling a play and know what's going to happen just by feeling it. While the other guys, you got to run the play and it has to be precise, and I got to try to throw it on the spot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different world.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I mean that you're hitting it on the money with that. It was. It did show what you're saying. You know.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun to watch. Again, it was.
It was cool on.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It felt like like an all-star games kind of event. You know what I mean? For like something like that. That's what it felt like. It felt
a little better than the Pro Bowl because you had some celebrities that were interesting in there. Like I like seeing ISO Speed because he's surprisingly athletic, like really athletic.
Even though he got outclassed a lot in that game.
Well, you're gonna do that if you don't play football. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see the field. I don't care how athletic you are. You're gonna get mossed. You're gonna get crossed. Like everything. But I like watching him because he's like.
But he is. He's cool.
He's more athletic than the average human. You know what I mean? Like naturally, he's got it.
Yeah.
So and then same with Logan Paul. He's getting big, bro. Like
he's getting big.
Wrestling has
shout out to wrestling. What he's doing in wrestling.
Yeah, like his body.
And I like how he carries. He's kind of like aware of that.
Yeah, he knows.
Where he's doing what wrestlers do. You know, like it doesn't matter if you're not in wrestling anymore. You have to kind of carry that persona now everywhere you go. Yeah. So he's like doing that even for this, for the draft thing, the way he was acting there, it was like very much trying to carry that, like, wrestling persona.
Don't be surprised if you see Tom Brady at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, don't be surprised, brother. Yep. It's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be surprised. They're not doing this just for, kicks and giggles. Like, when it comes to Logan Paul, he is a genius when it comes to the social media stuff. And I'm sure there's a plan to get more eyes for WrestleMania. And he's doing things too that like most wrestlers can't do, which is the crazy part.
Right.
Like I've seen him wrestle, bro, and I'm like, hey, yo,
no, he's nasty.
I hate to say it,
right,
but he's good as hell, bro. Like,
I'll put it like this. I think he found his niche.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not so sure.
Found his calling,
I want, that whole boxing thing he was into.
That wasn't it.
Yeah. That wasn't it. This is your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You're in the right place right now.
He's better at wrestling than he is at social media, and he's really good at social media. He's a better wrestler than he is when it comes to content, bro.
That's true.
Which is insane.
He knows how to put content together. Like,
he's good at content. He's one of the GOATs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't for that Japanese incident, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If it wasn't for that, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like that just slowed his career down, and he had to do different things. And
right.
WWE came a calling. Everything aligned and taking it super seriously. He's showing up. I think he's showing up. I don't watch it every week no more, but I think he's showing up as a full timer. He's always there, at least once a week.
Right.
So a big shout out to Logan, bro. He knows what he's doing, though. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see a little Tom Brady in the first row in one of his matches, interfering out of nowhere. This sounds like a WWE type thing. Get a big celebrity for WrestleMania. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're 100% right. And I think, and again, shout out to Tom Brady too, in that because he plays the part. He's playing the part. He's doing his thing there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where he isn't like, even actually, I'll put it like this. I'm actually kind of impressed with how much he's very engaging with the shit talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he does that though.
He does that though.
His whole career.
Yeah. Well, somewhat, right? Somewhat.
He does it.
Not
it was heavy.
He's been doing it recently after retirement.
No. The only difference is there's a mic on him now. That's the only difference, bro. He was a talker. Brady, be that good, you got to talk.
Right.
To be 100%. That good, you got to have a mouth on you. Brady got a mouth on him. Pause. He be talking, bro. He be talking, bro. I've seen a lot of the. That's why I like the NFL great films.
Yeah.
NFL films, whatever it's called, bro. They'll have the mic'd up, and Brady be talking, bro, on the field. He be talking to them big boys on the defensive line, bro. He be making sure they know they gave up a touchdown. Like someone made a mistake. He's the first one to let the opponent know, dog. He's the first one to let them know. Real talk. That boy got a mouthpiece on him, bro.
No, he definitely does.
He's doing good promoting this because all they're doing is promoting WrestleMania and what they're doing with this flag football thing, the NFL, WWE, just promoting everything, bro. More eyes.
Yeah. I mean, on that note, though, I will say this. When we're talking about promotions and these from fights to wrestling to, I have no idea, but shout out to, I can't even pronounce that word.
Just call him simp, bro. He's a simp.
Shout out to the simp.
He's a simp.
Seko, whatever, anime. Shout out to that. I don't know what that is, but shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you stopping on and
thanks, man.
Chiming in the chat.
Thanks for ruining the flow, Sam. No, just kidding. Just kidding, though.
No. But on that note, though, talking about fights, talking about promotions and things like that, and the Pauls, like it's the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm intrigued with what they're doing with that MVP brand.
Yeah.
For those who don't know or are unaware, MVP it refers to most valuable promotions. It's Jake Paul and Nakisa by Darian's Combat Sports Promotion Company that's partnering with Netflix to put on live fight cards, boxing, and now MMA on the platform. So they're expanding now, right? We've seen the boxing. Now they're bringing in MMA. And I got to say, like, you know, hate it or love, hate them or love them, you know, and I guess thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the chat.
Thank you, Uzi.
Yeah. But you know, again, Netflix is making moves, right? You know what I mean? Like it's you know, we talked last week about the you know the MLB deal that they got going on, and yeah, we kind of we broke it down. It's not the most prestige package that you can ask for
It's
or
a good
have,
start, though.
but it's a start. It's a good start, and I think they're on their way to doing more clearly, and these now expanding their MVP.
Yeah.
Fight cards, you know, from now not just boxing but also MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that actually gives them more liberty now,
yeah.
if I'm going to be honest, right? Because you see kind of their limitations with what they did with boxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up until recently, now that we're seeing some pretty interesting fight cards, right? But like obviously, you know, if we're gonna just be serious, right? Like it's not like those, you know, the Paul, like Jake Paul versus or Logan, whatever. Like it was okay, it was fun. You know, the last probably best one was probably, you know, Anthony Joshua, right? Like, you know, breaking this dude's jaw, like that was cool and all. And probably outside of that, the probably the more, I guess you could say, and then they've had some actually good undercards, right? You know, like leading to the main card, right?
Serrano's always in his undercard, bro.
Serrano's is exactly that's what I was going to say. Yep, Amanda Serrano, and matter of fact, they actually had, if I'm correct, they had their own main card event.
They did,
right?
Yeah, earlier this
year. That was a good, you know, good fight cards to see that night. So again, they're making moves there, but I will say it's not until now that I'm impressed with what they can actually do. We're talking about this new MMA fight card they put together. You got Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano as their main card, which, you know, hate it or love it, you know, obviously you're gonna have the weird people out there, you know, like maybe that it's weird that there's like a woman, you know, main card as the main fight.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Gotcha.
But in my opinion, this is a fight that everybody's asked for the longest time.
Yeah,
like it's not like this is secret. It's always been discussed, you know, and it's no secret that Ronda Rousey's been wanting this fight since the longest time now. And I'll be honest, this is one of the main fights that I'm anticipating coming out of this Netflix MVP package that they got now. You know,
really.
Although I will say though, I am also impressed that they got Nate Diaz and Mike Perry to face.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking more forward to that one.
You know what I mean? And then
Rousey, bro.
No. Well, I say that to say, I guess what I meant, that entire card. That's what I should say.
Okay.
That entire card is one of the most anticipated.
Yeah, it's appealing. It's very appealing.
You know what I'm saying?
And for your first MMA one,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
MVP, give yourself a applaud, a pat on
the
the back.
Applaud, pat on the back, all that, because you guys put a great fight card together. Yeah. You also got this guy that that French
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah,
he's African. He's African.
Yeah, African. Okay, I thought he was French. You sure he's not French?
He's lived in France. He was born in Africa.
Okay, but he
was raised in France.
Okay, that's what
destroyed everyone in America.
And he destroyed. He did. And then he's facing off this dude from Brazil, right? What's his name?
I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head either. But again, a very impressive fight card.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to all those fights. If I'm going to call it, how do you see those cards playing out? Like, who do you think's winning? What, you know, each fight?
I'm not gonna lie. Mike Perry is a very dangerous fighter for Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has you know how wrestlers have callous ears. Like real wrestlers, not WWE, but real wrestlers have callous ears. Yeah. Well, he has those callus around his eye now, so one punch can cut him easily. You know what I mean? That's why he always bleeds in his fights.
That's why he always bleeds. That's what
he's always bloody because of those callus or whatever they're called in his eyes. Yeah. He just doesn't have much skin there anymore. So Perry's very dangerous because he can throw. The only thing is, if Nate Diaz is smart, which he is a very intelligent fighter, he's going to take him to the ground, and there's nothing that Perry's going to be able to do once he takes him to the ground. So I think Diaz wins, and you'll see him take him to the ground, and you'll see him get a submission. That's what's going to happen. Right. I'll be surprised if it gets to round 2.
That's how I see it playing. And
Perry can punch. You know, if Diaz wants to play that game,
that's what I was going to say.
You know, Perry's going to have the advantage there, keep it a buck, but I think Diaz will take him down. And
and this, I'll tell you this much though, like Diaz scraps too though.
No, he can scrap. He can.
Diaz can scrap.
He got a chin. He got a chin.
Yeah.
The thing is,
he'll take a licking.
He can't take a big licking anymore though.
He's old,
right. And then his eyes, like the ref's gonna stop the fight.
Oh yeah.
If they see his eye dangling out, Adrian, the ref's gonna be like, "That's it, man." Like, so I don't think he's gonna throw. He might bait him. We're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna throw you, and I'm gonna go for that single leg and try to take him down."
Right.
Because you gotta remember, he's I think he's a 2nd-degree black belt now. So good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing Perry's gonna be able to do. Right. Perry's not a jiu-jitsu guy at all. He's a boxer. He can throw hands. He could kick a little bit in training, but never kickbox. You know what I mean? So when you're so limited, you always give it to the guy who has more in his repertoire.
That has more in his. Yeah, that's right.
The Ronda Rousey one, Rowdy should win.
You're gonna give it to Roddy Rousey?
She should win.
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, if she takes her down, she should get the armbar eventually.
I'll be honest with you, brother. I think I'm gonna call Gina Carano in that fight.
Who has she beaten?
Jesus, it's been a while since she's fought, so I have to look that up.
Mm-hmm. But that's my point. We can talk about who's Ronda Rousey beating too, and we'll remember now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, I'll put it like this. She was undefeated until her loss to what was her name? Cyborg.
Chris Cyborg. Yeah.
You know, and that was that. But it's also clear that she's also now on steroids. Not now. That at that time she was on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got Sean Franklin in the chat.
That's good, Sean.
Appreciate you hopping through, brother. We got when she faced Cyborg was on roids, you know, performance enhancers and like that. Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We'll talk about it here in the next 10 to 15, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I say that to say that I'll put it like this, dude. I feel like Ronda Rousey has been exposed with her last losses. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You come at her with you with a good enough strike, and
here's the thing though, and
Gina got power, dog.
Here's the issue though.
Got power, dog.
She's not Amanda Nunes,
dude. Trust me when I tell you.
I've seen her
power, dog.
I've seen her fight. Remember, let's go back to the Chris Cyborg.
Yes.
People could say she was on roids at the time. There's no proof that she was on roids at the time. You know what I mean? Unless I'm wrong, but there's no.
It's out there. No, it's out there, dog.
On her fight?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the $4.99, Sharon. Much love. Much love. Thank you so much, baby. It's the wifey right there. Thank you, boo. She's like, we getting our check this month. I'll tell you that now. We're getting that YouTube check this month, boy. I appreciate that, Sharon. No, but here's why I say this, bro. Because she's not a better striker than Cyborg. She's not a better striker than Amanda Nunes, right? Or Holly Holmes, who is a boxer and back in boxing, right? Mm-hmm. If Ronda Rousey gets a hold of her, which she will, she's gonna judo throw her into an armbar and call it a day, bro. Because this girl's her jiu-jitsu defense is not it.
Back then it wasn't it.
It's still not it.
Have you been watching the training camps?
I've been watching, bro. You can show a lot of good stuff in training camp, bro. I can always practice a move in training camp to try to avoid it. But here's the thing. Practicing a certain move to do, to avoid. But you're not practicing with Ronda Rousey. who is an elite grappler. Elite.
Jeez,
and I don't care how old you are. If you know grappling, you can grapple till you're 70 if your body lets you. You know what I mean?
Look at Steven Seagal, bro.
Look at Steven Seagal. Yo. Look at Daniel Cormier. Look at Khabib. These guys can still go, even though they retired years ago. They can still. 100%. John Jones.
Yes,
he's probably the best of the bulk. But that's the thing, though. Same thing with the Nate Diaz and Perry. If Nate Diaz gets a hold of Perry, if Ronda Rousey gets a hold of Cariano, it's not going to be good for her. It's not. Right. And there's nothing she can train with to adjust to the skills of Ronda Rousey.
I think
there's no one out there. There's no one out there.
I think you're gonna be surprised, dog.
I don't think I'm gonna be surprised. I don't think
you'll be surprised.
Surprised, eh?
Yeah. No, for sure. But I don't know.
I think it's gonna be fun though. I think
it's gonna be fun regardless.
They're old though.
I think between the Freak, what's that French guy's name again? Or the
Freak Ngannou?
Ngannou, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think he's taking that fight.
He's knocking him out, bro.
Yeah,
he's putting him to sleep.
Like, hey, I'm happy this guy got his shot. You know, the Brazilian guy. I forget it.
Get his pillow ready.
But he get his pillow.
He going to sleep.
Right.
Ngannou is gonna hit him into another dimension, my boy. I'm gonna just say that right now. He's gonna hit him so hard, my man's gonna go to a different dimension. And we're gonna have to wake him up with some smelling salt. Right? That's what's gonna go on. That's what's gonna happen with Francis,
bro. Now that being said, I know that they also got, but I will say this. So again, for that MMA the MMA fight card, great fight card. And I would say this: they are improving also their boxing fight cards. You know, and like I said, they've had some decent ones. We got I see they got Tyson Fury versus I don't even know. I can't even pretend to pronounce this guy's name. Arslanbek Makhmudov.
Yeah, the Twitch guy. The guy with the Twitch.
Yeah.
The nervous tick.
That guy, yeah.
Goldberg.
So, I think that's going to be a good fight.
I don't think so. Nino thought the same thing. I think Tyson Fury should handsomely win that one.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm in agreement with you there.
I think he should easily.
I agree that Tyson Fury should take the fight. I don't know if it's easily, but I think Tyson Fury should take that fight.
This is a warm-up fight for Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
This is a warm-up fight, so he fights Joshua next.
Gotcha.
That's what's going to be.
Right. That's probably right. Yeah,
Fury needs a bigger guy, that matches the height of Joshua.
Right.
He's not as strong as Joshua, but this is going to be good warm up. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm back in the ring. He should win handsomely. And if he doesn't, then
you're not ready.
Just retire. Yeah, not the real talk. Just retire. Just call it.
I mean,
he's in great shape, bro. I don't know if you've seen his Instagram.
Oh yeah,
he's in great shape. Tyson ain't coming in with no belly. Like he took the camp seriously, and when he does that,
I'm glad he did, dude. Because low-key, I was kind of getting tired of seeing him look, I mean, which is crazy because he had that belly and all that, and he was still.
You tired of me? You tired of me? Huh?
I'm just saying you're either butterbean or you're not. You know what I mean? Like that's all I'm saying.
I feel you, bro.
No.
Yeah, he needs to. He looks like he's locked in. Not
but
like
no, he looks like he's locked in.
Yeah, he looks
so,
like.
I mean, again, I'm in agreement with you. I think he should take that fight.
I think he should win.
I don't know. I don't know what the cards look for that one. I haven't looked at the cards.
I don't know the card either.
But I know that fight's coming up. And I know that they got again that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight coming up. So I think that's going to be nice to see again. I think people have wanted to see that rematch. It's kind of weird that we're getting it now. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But
Floyd needs money.
Money's money. That's right. Money is money. So, again, Netflix is making moves here, dude. And apparently, upcoming and I think they're waiting for maybe for it to like close, maybe the contract or something like that, or whatever the negotiations are. But I seen that there's talks about Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford.
Crawford said he retired, bro.
I know, but still,
and he said He said he's a man of his word, and he even dogged people. He's like, "What if they offer you $500 million for the fight?" The guy who said that, he was like, "I'll take that. I'll take that easy." And Crawford's like, "Well, that just shows the character that you are." I said I'm retired, so I meant it. Like, I'm done. I'm not gonna fight ever again.
Right.
So if he comes out of it after saying that,
yeah, you're
really surprised. Yeah. I'll be like, "Damn, you fake, boy. You fake as hell."
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I don't think that one's gonna happen. I don't see Crawford coming back, bro. He's been very clear that he's really trying to train up Stevenson and the people in his camp.
Okay. Well, hey, there you go.
He's on coach mode, you know what I mean? He's on coach mode.
How'd you think of his performance in the flag football game?
As expected, boxers don't belong on the field, bro. Like, as expected. It's like anything, bro. You get a basketball player coming in, and sorry, that commentary. It's true. Fake people are disgusting. Shout out to integrity. Integrity now. When you see baseball player or football players trying to swing a baseball bat, it does not look like they in the pros. You know what I mean? If you see a baseball player shoot a basketball, what the shell is that? You know what I'm saying? You see a basketball player go on the football field. Oh my God, why you run so long with your legs? You know what I mean? It just don't work. It just don't work out like it normally works. So yeah, I expected that. Real talk.
Okay.
I expected Crawford looked exactly how I thought he was gonna look. Just out of place. Just out of place.
That's right. Yeah, that was weird.
I don't know. I don't fully know what to do, but I'm here for fun. That's what it looked like to me.
All right, bet. So look, we're gonna end the sports talk on this though.
Yeah.
And I think this makes for a good conversation. Good question.
Come on.
What playoff out of all professional playoff sports is the best one? Which is the one? And here's the thing. It's kind of crazy to even consider, what are we gauging this off of? You know what I mean?
Let's engage it off entertainment.
Okay.
You know, entertainment, how fun it is to watch.
Okay.
How close are the games? You know, the fans, you know, how intense is the building as it's going on? We could go down that. Let's do a top 5. Let's do a 1 through 5, 1 being the best one.
Right.
You could go in any order you want. You can start 1, you can start at 5. But what do you think? What would you be your number 5?
Hold on, let me think about this. I really have to think about this.
I'm gonna give some sports just to help you out.
Yeah,
right?
Let's go ahead.
We got the NBA, we got the NFL playoffs, we got the postseason in MLB, we got March Madness, we got the college football championship or the playoffs. FIFA. I don't know if you want to put FIFA in it. I'm gonna leave NHL. I said this prior to it. Hey, look, Dino. Hey, Davino. What did I say? He said back in the day, I say NHL intensity was crazy, rivalries were nuts, blood all over the ice.
That is true.
100%. Hey, NHL hockey is dope, but the reason I'm gonna count it out of it is because hockey fans, they're very passionate about their sport, and if you love it, you freaking love it, right? I don't really watch hockey like that. I watch the playoffs. I could watch any team in the playoffs. I love the intensity, but he could be the 5th best player in all of hockey, and I'll be like, wow, that was a cool move. Who's that guy? And most hockey players like, you don't know who he is. Like, they're very intense. They're very intense when it comes to their team and their people and their sport. And I appreciate that, but I don't watch as much hockey, so I'm gonna just take it out. But it's a respectable, top notch, and it could be one. You know what I'm saying? It has that potential. I know you hockey goers out there love that sport, but I'm gonna keep it out because I don't really watch the regular season like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Colorado Avalanche are playing the Dallas Stars, I'm not tuning in to TNT to watch that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just me personally. So I'm going to keep hockey out because of that, respectfully. You know what I mean? But the 5 main sports outside of hockey, which one has those best playoffs?
Wait, did you say, are we adding college into this or no?
Yes, March Madness, the college playoffs. NBA, MLB, NFL.
Is that fair though?
Yeah, it's playoffs.
Yeah, but okay.
It's 100% fair.
But it's not.
What's the most watched thing on TV right now?
Well, it is. Well, see, that's why I'm saying.
That's why it counts.
But see, that's why I say, is it even fair at that point?
Yeah, it's fair.
Because
it's a fair
if you're giving me college, I'm gonna say NCAA all day. March Madness is a whole month.
Yeah.
Of playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It's not even.
What are we putting that over the NFL playoffs?
Huh?
Because the playoffs, every playoffs is a month long.
But not
the NBA. It's May and June.
March Madness, though. You're talking about like
the NFL. It's a month. It's over a month long.
No,
from January to February.
What I'm saying is okay. The reason I say this is because you're talking about March Madness, where like literally wall to wall day games, bro. Like it's not even close.
Is that your pick?
If I'm gonna put like if we're talking about like most watched, like
we're talking about your top 5.
I mean, well, it's not my top 5 because
that's what I'm asking. Your top.
Okay. Because I'm saying just statistically, statistically, it's gonna be the NCAA. It's not even. There's nothing even close to that. But I guess you don't think so?
No.
Oof. Okay.
I think the NFL just got a beat now, just where it's at across the world. You're not people in Taiwan aren't really watching March Madness. You feel me? Like,
you know what? That's right. I didn't.
You're making it big just by United States, and yeah, it's huge, but globally, it's not like how it is in the NFL or even the NBA. That's why I put it in. That's why I put it in. You feel me? That's why I put it in because March Madness is huge.
Yeah. You're right.
Fatal J, what's good, man?
Yo, Fatal J, what's up? I appreciate you stopping through. Hey, we gotta talk Dune, my brother. We gotta talk Dune, and I hope to see you soon. Let's hit me in my DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it. We gotta set up a date. We gotta talk Dune, man.
DM me, bro.
Dune 3, exactly.
Yes,
we gotta talk about it.
Yes,
and we're gonna talk about it a little bit today, but
here in a little bit.
Just a little bit, but anyways, okay. So let's talk about this then. All right, my top 5. So okay, you're right. I totally forgot about the global aspect. That being said, I think my number 1 is going to be the NBA.
Oh, whoa, really?
Yeah,
okay.
but
okay,
but that's because
wow,
the NFL is barely starting to make its way into the global stage, where the NBA has kind of been already there for a long time now. You know what I mean? I think if within either this year or maybe the next one, yeah, that paradigm shift is happening. It is going to be the NFL. There's no. I don't want to say this. I don't want to sound crazy here. But there isn't a game as tactical as football, in my opinion.
Okay.
On the level that it's on. I'm not saying that no other sport is not tactical.
What do you mean by tactical?
Like the game plans, the tactical, like, you know, the idea of like general.
Yeah. The week prep for having to be ready for a game and
you know what I mean? Like, how much you have to be ready for it, the preparation that goes into it, the play, the plays you have to draw up, the schemes, what every player, how every player on the field matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, linemen, the whole dynamic of it. You know, you have linemen that protect the quarterback, that have to make way if the route is in, you know, for the backs, whether it's a running back or fullback, you know, right receiver, whatever. Like, that's the offensive, but then defensive, same thing. It's the player, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of tacticalness that goes into that sport, I think, makes it what it is. It's not to say that, again, it's not to say that other sports aren't tactical. Obviously, yes, every sport has its version of tacticalness, right? Of technique, right? Of drawing up plays, right? You know, whether it's you know, NBA, right? And you're talking about 3-2 defense, 2-3 defense, man on man, whatever, you know what I'm saying, full court, whatever. There's that, or even whatever offensive plays you draw up. Yeah, for sure. Same thing with hockey, same thing, like, or soccer for that matter, right? Same thing. Although, man, actually, you know what? I totally forgot about soccer. The World Cup. You know what I'm saying? The World Cup, dude.
Is that really a playoff though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it happens every 4 years. It's not a yearly.
So we're not gonna. True. It's not a yearly thing. Right?
I consider that a tournament, not a playoff.
Okay. Fair enough. And that actually,
even though a playoff is kind of a tournament, but they had a full season though to get to the positions and seeds that they're in. You know what I'm saying? With soccer, it's just like what do they call it? There's a word, it's pre something. They call it something, bro.
Yeah. I forget the name.
I don't know the name, bro. So I'm not the biggest soccer guy, but I will tune into any World Cup game that's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't consider it playoff because it's not like USA versus Brazil. The group, like that's the division, and it's just like you play a couple qualifying matches and then it ends up what it ends up, sort of like World Baseball Classic, but I wouldn't consider that a playoff either. You know what I mean? No,
for sure.
All right, so what's your number one?
Yeah, I'm gonna I think it's Yeah, you know what? I want to say NBA, but the NFL is there, close, very close second.
So again, NBA,
NFL. I think after that, I might say. I think I'm gonna put March Madness there.
Wow. Okay, March Madness,
and then MLB, and then NHL.
And then NHL?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a decent 5. Mine is completely different. Completely different. I don't care what nobody says. Number one, best postseason, best playoffs is baseball. 1,000,000,000% baseball, bro. 1,000,000,000%. When you talk about the crowd, when you talk about the moment, every pitch is a big pitch, bro. You don't want to be down 1-0, 2-0 in a count. So every pitch from the first inning all the way to the 9th inning, all of it matters. The times where the manager comes out to talk to the pitcher to when he pulls him for the batter, like it is just a different world. This is just me, though. This is just my list right there. I would put MLB as number one because each and every game is as intense as the last one.
When you say each and every game, you're talking about the playoff games?
Yeah, the playoffs, just playoffs.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because if we're talking seasons now, then it's
no. What's the question? Which playoffs is best? So we're gonna stay on that.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
No, playoffs, bro. I know the season's long in baseball. Games don't matter in April like they do in September and October. But when it comes to specifically playoffs, bro,
I think it's the MLB.
I think 100% it's the MLB, bro. 100%. Just the moment, any 3-2 count or anytime the pitcher gets 2 strikes at home, the crowd is on their feet, roaring on the top of their lungs. All right, trying to root for their team from 1st to 9th. All right, the whole entire game is that intense.
I could say the same thing about the NFL, though.
No.
Yes. No, every touchdown matters. Every play, every yard earned matters.
But the crowd is not as into it, bro. Why? Separate location. Number 2, the halftime show. Really, there's no halftime in baseball. You feel me? Like, it's the full game. You might got a 7th inning stretch that gives you an extra minute and a half, but there's
actually, low key.
There's no in between. The halftime show is 40 minutes now. You feel me? That kind of drags, and when the third quarter starts, it kind of feels like a brand new game. You feel me? At least to me, it does. Now, the opening drives are always intense, but let's say the offense is not performing. Man, how the atmosphere drops so quickly in the NFL. And then how many times have we seen blowouts in the NFL? In MLB, there's no blowouts like that. It's not often.
Bro, hold on. I can make the same argument though, because literally whether I go to a Cubs game or a Sox game, White or Red Sox, whatever, the moment your home team is like behind, and if they're behind already, like stupidly in like the first couple innings, people are so disinterested in the game in the stadium itself. Dude, I'm telling you how.
Have you been to a playoff game?
Well, not a playoff game.
Okay, come to me when you've been to a playoff game, baby.
Okay, maybe that's
the playoffs is completely different than a game in May, brother.
Okay,
it's a different beast. You can feel it on TV. When you have it on, you can feel the atmosphere in a baseball game. You can feel how big of a pitch this next pitch is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, again, this is just to me. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think?
But let us know in the chat what you guys think, because look, I can honestly, MLB, the way you're describing it, I just feel like, and this is why, like, if even like taking some of like the points that you're using for your why you think MLB's at top.
I ain't even done yet.
No, and that's true. You're not even done yet. That's what's crazy. But it's just, I guess you're right. I didn't expect you to put MLB on top.
Yeah.
But I say that because then even if we're talking about the overall experience, that might even lead me to say, well, then maybe it is the NFL on number one, because I don't know any other sport in my lifetime that when the playoffs come every Sunday, friends, families are coming together to have to watch the game. I have yet to have seen, like, unless it's your own team in basketball, or maybe if you're friends that I guess maybe just love basketball enough to like get together for the playoff games.
No one really gets together for NBA,
but nobody really gets together, and same thing for baseball, brother. Sorry, I can't think until
not for me.
It wasn't until the Cubs were in the playoffs all the way to that it was you know what I'm saying, that it's like, oh, we're gonna watch the Cubs play. But other than that, we weren't watching, baseball or or hockey or anything else other than the NFL. And that, no, I mean, again, NBA maybe, right? Like I've probably met together with friends and family more for like NBA games, like where that was a thing when we're at someone's house to put that on to watch.
I guess it depends on the family, bro. Because over here, like I got cousins that come from San Diego.
Right.
So let's get it in. Let's watch this Cubs game. Yeah, I have family travel so we could come together to watch a game on TV. You know, it's there's levels to it. You know what I mean?
True, but friends
and family.
No, bro, come on.
And
friends. Like,
look, you're not a diehard Cubs fan.
I'm not, but at the same time,
so you're not invited to the party. Like, what are we talking about here? Like you will never invite me for a Red Sox playoff game at your crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I actually would, because I know you're a fan of baseball.
You haven't. That's all I got. You 30s plus years.
And you know what? Actually, I'm kind of talking smack.
On the invitation.
I'm kind of talking smack because actually, now that I think about it, when the Red Sox were in the playoffs.
It depends how good your team is that
year. We did get to. Matter of fact, you know what? You're right. Hold on,
man.
I kind of have to take that back. It does matter on the family, because you're right. As you were saying, Cubs, you guys would get together as the Cubs when the Red Sox are in it.
Yes.
I remember the family getting together for those Red Sox games because most of my family is actually from Boston.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be right about that too. But still, I'll still say this. I still feel, when it comes to the amount of games I've gotten together with family and friends, just in general, for those playoff game experiences, I can say the NFL takes the cake there on that, on that metric alone.
Right.
On that metric alone, I'll say that. But go ahead, continue. Sorry,
that makes sense, because football, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? You're with family, you're watching football. Christmas, sometimes you'll get basketball like early on, but now that the football games are early too, normally the football games are like after 5.
Yeah.
Now that they start at 12 o'clock,
you're watching
football over NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here's another thing why I say MLB as well too. Yeah. MLB is the only sport where it's a game of failure. All right. If you fail, you still can succeed. In the NFL, that ain't a thing. You cannot fail. If you fail, your team's gonna suck, and everyone's gonna get mad at you. Right? In the NBA, if you miss all your shots, if you go 2 for 10 on the field in the NBA, you suck. You had the worst game. You're not clutching up. Blah, blah. In baseball, if you get 3 out of 10 hits in a postseason game, you're one of the greatest players in baseball playoff history. All right.
Yeah. One
it's
play
a game
can
of
change
failure,
for you. Yeah.
which what makes it so intense. What makes you feel so alive. And again, I'm a big time baseball guy. All right. I'll go to you send me an invite to the Red Sox. I'm there. All right. I'll tell you right now. It don't matter who they playing. I love baseball.
We got to do a Cubs Red Sox game. We got to go to a Cubs Red Sox game.
We have to. They barely play each other, bro. Yeah. Like, they play like once every 3-4 years. I think it's once every 3 years. Yeah, we do gotta take advantage, bro. But that's why I picked baseball, bro. Those are my reasons. I just think it's the risk, the drama. It's just next level when it comes.
It's a slow burn drama for sure. You're right about that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a diehard fan and your team is in a playoff game for a game 7, I remember that Cubs game, bro. I was nervous as soon as game 6 ended. And I'm like, bro, when that first pitch started, I'm like, bro, I don't know what was going to happen. Like, a home run with Dexter Fowler and things popped off, but still nerve wreck after nerve wreck.
Right.
It's a game of emotion.
Right.
And I really love it, bro. And I feel like it deserves this number 1 spot in my vote. Number 2, you're gonna be really surprised here too. I'm gonna go with March Madness, bro.
No, I'm surprised.
Love March Madness, bro. Like, I may not catch every single game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's hard.
I don't really have a team. You know, I vote for Illini, you know what I'm saying? But they haven't been good for a while since like Darren Williams, D Brown, and them.
Right.
But I root for them. I know Peja Stojakovic's son is on Illini and he's hooping and balling out, leading that team.
Right.
I'm a big fan of like seeing prospects who's going to be there in the NBA. Right. Don't care as much as I used to, but watching these guys play in a 1-game winner takes all, the whole entire 100%. Thing, it's special.
100%.
It's special, which is why football is my number 3.
Okay.
The only reason why it's my number 3 in NCAA, most of the games are close from round 1 all the way to the championship. They're tight games. On occasion, you'll have blowouts where bad teams play good teams and occur. But how many times have we seen number 1 get upset? You know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen in one game in basketball.
Right.
When it comes to the NFL, I believe we were blessed this year with the amount of good games that we had.
Yeah,
but mostly in the wild card match, it's like, all right, guy, come on. Even this is like, we saw the Panthers play the Rams in the wild card game, and it was like I'm watching Bryce Young play, and I'm like, why are we watching this guy? Like, he's not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the team made the playoffs, but they're not gonna beat the Rams, bro. Which they didn't. Like, and you can see it. You can see it. So there are a lot more blowouts in the wild card game in the first round than anything else. Now, from the division round all the way to the Super Bowl, neck and neck, a close game. Sometimes Super Bowl will be blowout, sometimes it won't. But from the divisional,
most times not. Most of
the time they're good games, bro.
Yeah.
But from the divisional to the Super Bowl, I feel like ain't nothing better. But because the wild card, there tends to be a lot of blowouts and tend to be teams that don't belong in the playoffs are in the playoffs. And they face these really good teams that should have won the division, but because another team was 1 game better, they get 11 wins, but they don't have the first round bye. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and you're playing a team who just got in. You can see the levels, and you can tell, like, all right, we know who's going to win this matchup. You know what I mean? It's different in the so that's why I'm putting NFL at number 3.
And that means you're putting NBA what? Where's NBA for you, dog?
I put NBA last now.
Wait, you're putting it okay because you're only doing 4. You're doing your top 4.
What was the 5 I said outside? I said another one. Which one?
I don't know what it was, but I did.
College football. College football. No,
okay.
I put NBA. I put NBA and then college football. Okay. I think college football is the worst right now.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, I was gonna say there's no way you're putting NBA last.
Yeah, no. I put
college and that's why, to be honest, that's why college football didn't make it on my top 5
Yeah,
I'd rather watch NHL playoffs over college football.
100%, 100%.
So
But I
why
didn't want to put NHL because I don't really watch it like that. That's the only reason why it's not really on the list.
I got you.
I'll only watch it when it comes playoff time, but I won't even watch every game. I'm just tuning in. Like if it's on, I'll tune in, but I won't like. All right, this game starts at this time. I'm gonna be ready. Got the food ready at this. Like I won't do that for an NHL game. Yeah, I'll do that for baseball. I'll do that for football. I won't even do it for basketball no more. I just think it's in a bad state. But college football, I think it's the worst playoff system.
Right.
Because of college players are able to get paid with the NIL money. I feel like it did the game bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it
really did.
You got like 8 teams in there, and the best team always wins. Yeah, like the team they say is number 1 in the nation in the preseason polls tend to win at the end of it, because of the NIL money. So I just think there's just a large gap when it comes to who's spending the most and who can spend the most and who's not. And they're pretty much building the teams as super teams. And that's why Ohio State's always going to be top 3. That's why Georgia's always going to be top 3. You know what I mean? And every other school is hit or miss, but it's just the same thing over and over. Don't like it. NBA is getting old and boring. I hate the no defense. They turn it up in the playoffs, but to me, it's not it's just a rough time to be an NBA fan. I don't know if it's because the Bulls suck or the games change so much where it's like, man, it's just everyone's just chucking up 3. Like, man, 43s a game is consistent. Yeah, that's a lot of 3-pointers, and these guys aren't making all of them either. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm growing away from the NBA just by how much has changed for the worse.
That makes sense. No, it's not like a bad thing. Or you're not wrong there, I guess you could say, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not, my way of ranking it was a mixture of personal bias and considering what the overall majority might think.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally, you're right. I can see what you're saying there. And this is why I say football to me is probably one of the most exciting games for me to watch, because I like it's the tacticalness that goes into it. I like thinking, like, there's nothing I love more than us being able to like watch the game in real time and consider the plays we would call in real time before the hike.
Yeah.
Being able to see the formations and think, okay, this might be what they're going to do, whether offensively or defensively, depending on, I guess, where's your mindset at, there's no other sport that does that, because again, if it's basketball, they're just running back and forth. Yeah, you see some, slight formations, but it's so much a fast motion. There's nothing really to predict other than to just watch. Yeah, just
slant formations, bro. He rests his case, bro. Football's better. I'm even gonna put slants in basketball now. Yeah, basketball is a game of runs.
It's a game of runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I didn't say slant. I said some formations, not slant.
I heard slant. No,
some.
Rewind it. We gotta rewind.
Put the replay.
Run it back.
Yeah, no. It's some formations, right? Like I'm talking about defensively. Mostly defensively, right? But yeah, it's a game of runs. And then for baseball, to me, it's the same thing. It's like, well, the batter goes up. The pitcher's going to pitch. Now, I will say I like the technical aspect of that, right? The between the pitcher and the catcher and what's being thrown, and then you see the pattern, like you could see their style of like what they're trying to achieve in dissecting each batter up, right? But that's as far as that goes for me, and it's still good to watch. And then I like seeing even like the tacticalness of like when they bring in the relief pitchers and stuff like that. That's also like a tactic within itself that I can appreciate. But after that, it's and then maybe the lineup for batting, but same thing. After that, it's like, well, then once you see everything as is, it's kind of like, now let's just see how this plays out. You can't. There's nothing to call
Yeah, but
other than the pitches.
You'll never predict how it's going to play out though in baseball.
But that's anything.
I mean, you could predict
but
with the NFL. Like,
no, that's what I'm somewhat. But it's
if you know the game, you can be like, all right, look, they're opening up for a play action play here, like.
But
for
to
example,
me, that's exciting too, though. I like
it is exciting.
That,
it is
exciting. Like I like to get that right. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm wrong, like, oh snap, I didn't see that coming. Or
but you can see
if they do something different and it fails, I'm like, they should have done what I thought of doing. Like there's more of that happening in real time as everything happens. It's about the engagement.
I get it
with watching. It's not necessarily about the. I want to be surprised. I don't really need to be. I'm talking about just the engagement that we're having. As the the camaraderie of everybody who's watching the game, and we're all saying like, what should happen? What do you think is going to happen? Or you know what I mean? Like you're not getting that from baseball, basketball.
You know why? You know why you're not getting that for baseball? Because you're so nervous of the play that's about to happen, the pitch that's about to happen. You're not even concerned with, hey, this is going to happen. You're so locked into the moment.
I just don't think there's nothing for you to try and predict, though. Like you're right.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to predict.
But
you're locked in because you don't know what's going to happen.
But it's not because I'm so focused. Like yes, I am so focused.
It's not just like, that. It's more of it's not just the focus part, but it's just that's what the game is.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be like, hey, he's gonna hit a home run right here, and you get it every time. You know what I'm saying?
If you were able to do that, that'd be nuts,
bro. That'll be nuts, right? Like 2-1 count, he's gonna hit a home run out the park. Like you're not gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? If you get it, that is the luckiest thing I've heard in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
but
for
it's
sure.
the moments, and that's why baseball's my one, bro. Because those moments, they matter, and it's like that from beginning to end, where it's that intense and that like. I don't know what's going to happen. This dude just went 0 for 2, and he has one more at bat. If you don't get this at bat, we're in deep trouble. And yet he hits a double to keep the inning alive. Now the whole crowd is on their feet, or they're extremely quiet because now they're nervous. Now we got to run in a scoring position. They can tie the game. There's just so many intense moments for baseball that it's like that in no other sport. There's no other sport like that.
I think that's your bias too, though. And I it's a bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the sport you're into. Then that's your perception of it. Because at the same time, I could say, I'll watch it, and and you're right. Like there is that level of unpredictability, but I think that kind of exists in every sport. But yeah, like in baseball, it's every. Again, it could be the guys, 2 strikes, 2 strikes, 1 ball or something, right? And you're like, what's gonna happen? You don't know if he's actually gonna get this next hit, or if he's gonna get struck out. Like, yeah, I get that, but then I can't say that there's also not those moments where like there's the guy who's been sucking all game long up to bat again, not the guy we want up there, but he's there, and sure enough, as much as you're hoping and praying this is his moment, like, all right, hope maybe he'll have his moment. And no,
strike 3.
So it's somewhat predictable still too.
There's moments though where those guys, those are
the ones. Yeah,
those are the ones who step up in the playoffs.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like that also can happen in any sport because that's the same thing.
You
that
don't
can
see
happen
it often. Like,
look, you don't.
Yeah,
you're right.
Bench guy comes in on the like your star wide receivers out, and a bench guy replaces him. When do you see the bench guy like he just went 130 yards, 8 catches? It don't work. It don't work.
Yeah,
it's
not as often. It happens, but not as often.
It's not as often for sure. Also, what I say about the Bulls?
They suck.
Yeah. What I say about the score? Like they were up 20, right?
Oh yeah.
Scores 106. Predictable. Jeez. This is why basketball is fourth.
But that's why basketball is fourth.
I just feel like with baseball, bro, it brings things that no other sport can bring emotionally. That is intense for hours at it. I'm talking like the whole game. Like you got 2 to 3 hours straight of this stress and pressure that every pitch matters, every at-bat matters. And I just feel like it's unique. In basketball, you can miss a couple shots.
Yeah.
In football, you can throw a pass if a guy's going to sack the quarterback. You can throw it out of bounds, and you got another down. When it comes to baseball, it's like, damn, he struck out. Like, that could change the trajectory of all his at-bats now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
it's just
I'll tell you this much though,
it's a beautiful life, man. It's a
like
beautiful
it's a
moment.
good thing we kept or not MLB. It's a good thing we kept the World Cup out of it, because when you're talking about slow burn / anything can happen / every second of the movement, you know, people get it twisted. They think it's like because I can, don't get me wrong, I can somewhat see the boring aspect of like, damn man, because nobody scored yet, but at the same time, that's what makes it kind of interesting, because it's like it's anybody's game up until finally somebody scores, and at that point, it's like whoever hasn't scored, they have to like really pull a magic trick.
On. Yeah,
now the pressure's on.
Yeah,
you know, and that's kind of hockey too. That's why hockey
is like that. Yeah,
hockey was in there for me, because I'm like, dude, it's just as kind of intense. It's just not as slow paced, because luckily it's not a large field, so that's what makes it kind of bearable. Because it's like that's what makes it more bearable, because it's like, you know, and the physicality of it all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why, like for me, NHL is still up there as far as top 5 is concerned, because to me, it's still a spectacle to watch.
No, for sure.
And then again, same thing. The moment that first goal is made, then it's like the pressure's on for the next team. You know, for the other team that's now down one.
Hockey's a different beast, bro. Because there's not often you hear a timeout out of nowhere. It's not often where the play just stops. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are nonstop going as fast as they can.
Even in the moment.
I've been to a hockey game where I was like 3 rows behind I would go up the stairs and, you know, tap on it. And it's just the most intense thing. And then seeing them live, bro, like I feel like that's the best sport to go to, is a hockey game.
I still have to go to a live.
If you've never been to a sports event and you're trying to get into sports or whatever, or you're trying to like branch out and like, I want to see the stadium atmosphere, I would say do hockey.
Right.
Because you're going to love it. You're going to love it the whole time. Baseball, if I tell you to go to an April game, you might not like it. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, if I just felt like it was random or whatever. And it's April. It's just like basketball in October. It's like people are getting the feel of it. We don't know how they're going to be in the year. Like, everyone's still trying to find their identity. It's different. And but yeah, I digress. So to be clear, baseball.
You want baseball?
March Madness, NFL, NBA,
and then college
football.
So for me, I think I'm gonna switch the NFL with the NBA at number 1.
You're putting NBA? Oh, NFL at 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now I'm just considering personal preferences, and just not even just personal preferences, but even just personal experience. Like I said, that metric of like, what game is it that I feel like I've watched with people mostly?
Yeah,
you know, where we all gather. It's NFL, or, you know, easily. No, again, there's been some playoffs, you know, where it's been MLB. There's been plenty of other more playoffs for NBA. But other than that, it's NFL easily by a landslide for me. So I'm gonna go with NFL on 1, and then NBA on 2.
NBA over MLB.
Yeah, but again, just because
and March Madness.
No, March Madness is going to go over MLB.
But not NBA. So you prefer NBA playoffs than March Madness?
I
just want to be clear.
It's using the metric of who I've watched what with. You know, who, when we're talking about what's gathered more people in my life around me to watch something.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm basing this
on. The gatherings.
Yeah, the gatherings.
The tequila.
The whiskey, the beer, the
screwball,
the food. You know, it's more. It's nothing beats NFL.
Yeah.
You know, as far as playoffs are concerned. Now we could add we would add other sports into it.
Oh yeah.
Hell, it'd probably still be NFL, but then right after that, it'd probably be like boxing or MMA, just because of how many times I've gathered with people to watch that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, but nonetheless,
no playoffs there.
There's no playoffs there. So the playoffs alone, it's been NFL, NBA, and you know what? MLB third, actually. Okay. I've watched more MLB playoff games than I have March. I'll watch March Madness games more by myself because, like you said, Illini, they haven't been anything, and you know what I'm saying. And nobody in Chicago is here rooting for other teams. You know what I mean? It's for us to gather together. But I'd put March Madness after that, and the only reason I put that above the NHL is because even though I have gathered with people to watch the Blackhawks play when we were in the playoffs, you know, that's still not enough for me to say like I've gathered with people to watch that. Yeah. And again, it's like you said earlier, that could be different for the next guy, you know what I'm saying, who their family is NHL oriented or college sports oriented, you know, and so it's each to their own on that and understand that. Even notice both of our, you know, things were different, but it's based on personal experience, you know. So I'll say that, but it was interesting. It's interesting to see, you know, just how we even now in real time kind of change. I changed my perception just because I was like, oh, based on that metric.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because essentially I was trying to just base it off of a general population metric, you know. But personal experience, it's going to be NFL on number one for sure.